right, Shalom, Shalom. Call Halayla, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Abashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations goes to the hopeful, let that scatter abroad. To you brothers out there pushing the truth with all righteousness and sincerity, and to the Yahweh, the fierce sisters that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. Alright, coming back at you with another lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and go willing to edify and defeat the lambs of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the Spirit Rakakadash. I pray his lesson be edifying and straight to the point. Alright. And this, I got a couple of articles I want to show. All right, showing you that this place is done, man. Okay, Babylon the Great, as you know it, is finished, man. This place is on its way out. All right. So let's read this first article here. This is from let's see, PROPHECIESnewswatch.com. All right. It says the era of cheap food and cheap gasoline is over. Exactly, it is over because hey, hyperinflation is about to kick in, man. Okay, you already got inflation where everything is going up, and I got an article, all right, that's gonna prove all of this. All right, so hey, look, everything you know it, from food, gasoline, cost of living, etc., is about to go up. It's about to skyrocket, and which is all gonna lead to the collapse of this old system, and it's going to bring in this new system, which is going to be the digital system, all right? Where you're going to have an implantable CHIP, okay, implanted in order for you to buy and sell, okay? This is where it's all leading to, man. And this is all being done by design, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. It says all of our lifestyles are about to change in a major way, but the vast majority of the population still does not understand what is coming. Exactly, because a lot of people sleep, especially 2/3 of our people. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. People don't know what's coming, man. People are unaware of what's going on. Okay? It says, throughout our entire lives, we have always been able to depend on a couple of things. There will always be cheap gasoline to fuel our vehicles, and there will always be mountains of cheap food at the grocery stores. Not anymore. All right, not anymore. Let's read on. No matter who was in the White House, and no matter what else was going on in the world, those two things always remain the same. Unfortunately, those days are now over and they aren't coming back. Exactly. They're not coming back. All right. And as a matter of fact, it's going to get a whole lot worse. Okay. Let's read on. It says, we have entered the greatest energy crisis that any of us have ever experienced, and it isn't going to go away anytime soon. All right. You see what's going on over there in Europe, man. Okay. You see what's going on over there in Europe where that little pipeline was destroyed. Now people are chopping up firewood so they can keep warm. And that ain't gonna be enough for that. All right. What's going on in Europe because of what happened. And we all know who's involved with that. All right. We don't even have to say no names. All right. But everybody in the world and all these nations, they know who was truly behind it, and it damn sure wasn't Russia. All right. Let's read on. It says, so you might as well get used to high gas prices. Early this month, brand new all-time record highs were set over Southern California. Los Angeles, Long Beach, $6.46, record high. Orange County, $6.42, record high. Saturday, Ventura County, $6.40. All right. Riverside County, $6.33, record high. San Bernardino County, $6.32. But that isn't the real problem. The real problem is with natural gas. It says thanks to the war in Ukraine, supply of natural gas in Europe have become extremely tight. And this has pushed prices into the stratosphere. Needless to say, this is going to greatly affect food productions in this months ahead, according to Bloomberg. Over 2/3, I'm looking at that number, 2/3, 2/3 of all fertilizer production cap- capacity in Europe has already been shut down due to soaring natural gas prices. Causes Slovakia. All right, it says Europe fertilizer crunch is deepening with more than 2/3 of production capacity halt by soaring gas costs, threatening farmers and consumers far beyond the region's border. This is an absolutely massive story, but hardly anyone in the United States is covering it. Of course, they ain't gonna cover it. All right, and there's a reason why, because they want to keep the people calm. All right, they want to keep the people calm. And here in Babylon, keep the people asleep. All right, because hey, if people was aware of what's going on, there will be uprisings right now. Cities will be on fire right now. Okay, but they're not gonna show it. All right, because they want to keep people in a dumbed down, docile state of mind, sleep. All right. Global fertilizer production is going to be greatly reduced, and that is going to have very serious implications of agriculture, agricultural productions all over the world. All right, nitrogen plants shutdowns in Europe are not simply a problem in Europe, she says. Reduced supply of the on the scale seen this week not only raises the marginal cost of production of nitrogen fertilizer, but will also tighten the global market, putting pressure on plant nutrients availability in Europe and beyond. So hey, this is also going to affect America, Babylon the Great. Okay? All right? So hey, things are about to get far worse, man. Okay? All right? This is all being orchestrated anyway, man. Okay? Let's see. I'm not going to read all of this. I'll put the rest in the description box. You can read it for yourself, but you get the bit, man. All right? Things are not going to get any better. Okay? All right? Excuse me. Uh, yeah, right here. Here's another article. This is from Fortune.com. All right. It says America is going to shut down if we shut down. The Mississippi River water levels are nearly record lows and is wreaking havoc on one of the US's most critical supply chain. See? So things ain't getting no better. All right. But like they saying, the economy is getting better. Things are gonna get better. No, it's not. Let's read a little bit, man. Let's go a little bit. It says traffic jams and stuck barges are clogging up a critical artery of the U.S. economy as a prolonged drought pushes the Mississippi River water levels to near record lows. All right, and we also suffering from a drought here in Arkansas and next door to Oklahoma. All right, Missouri. Up. So hey, yeah, not just Mississippi, man. Here where I am, and most of the Midwest Southern states are going through a drought. All right, we supposed to get some rain. We supposed to get some rain tonight, or into the morning. All right, so but that ain't gonna solve anything, man. That ain't gonna kill the drought. All right, so hey, hey, let it happen, man. All right, let this drought continue. All right, let this place continue to get no rain. We don't need it. Hell, all right. No, we don't. Hey, and that's the Lord Yahweh Shmi Shai just, punishing this place, man. All right, bringing judgment upon this place, drying up this place, man. All right, like the Lord Yahweh Shmi Shai said he would. And as a matter of fact, there's a scripture on there. I think it's in. Let's see something. Let's get a scripture. Yeah, let's see where I want to start. Although this is talking about the children of Israel, but you can also apply this today. All right. You can also, apply this to, hey, today, what's going on now in Babylon the Great. Okay. All right. Well, this is talking about the children of Israel. Okay. All right. This is Amos chapter 4 and verse 6. And I also have given you cleanness of teeth in all your cities, and want of bread in all your places, yet ye have not returned unto me, said the Lord Yahweh Shai. Like I said, this is talking to the children of Israel, but hey, you can also apply this now, okay? Because hey, 2/3 of our people won't return to the Lord Yahweh Shai. Only the elect is doing that, man. The 144,000 and the 1/3 hopeful elect, man, is doing this. All right. And hey, let's read on verse 7. I and also I have withheld rain from you when there were yet 3 months to the harvest, and I caused it to rain upon one city and caused it not to rain upon another. One pierce was rained upon, and the other pierce were upon it rained not wither. All right, verse 8. So 2 or 3 cities wander unto one city to drink water, but they were not satisfied. Yet have ye not returned unto me, said the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, and this is about to come to pass again. All right, hey, this happened in the ancient world. Okay, this is going to be happening again. All right, and as a matter of fact, let's prove that. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 6. I think I got it in here. Yep. Yeah, let's read this. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. I'm going to start at verse 22. The point is in verse 24. All right. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. You're about to see empty shelves, man. Okay. Grocery stores are about to be empty. Okay. If this continues. And hey, let it continue, man. Let the Lord Yahweh Shai continue to bring plagues upon this place. All right. Like it tells you in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. Verse 23, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And who's blowing the trumpet? The men of the Lord are. Okay. Verse 24, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. No running water, man. Okay. And hey, getting close to that. If this drought continues, hey, ain't gonna be no running water. Okay? So hey, the Lord Yahweh Shai is smacking Egypt with plagues as he did before. Alright? And this modern day Egypt today is talking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay? Alright, so let's get back to the article. Alright. Let's read this. It says around 500 million tons of supplies are ferried along the Mississippi River every year, with trade values worth $130 billion, according to the Port of New Orleans. Mainly agricultural products like corn and soybean, along with fuel products. The Mississippi River Basin produces more than 90% of its U.S. agricultural exports, according to the National Park Service, and nearly 80% of the world's grain export. Let's read on. It says, but all that is coming to a standstill amid historical drought conditions that are making the rivers untravelable for most shipping bargains. Rivers levels are now at their lowest levels in a decade after historical low rainfall in recent months, because it's like becoming the latest supply chain snag to hit the U.S. It's over with, man. But they telling you in the news that everything is good. Okay. They ain't reporting this, obviously. America is going to shut down if we shut down. Mike Else, CEO of American Commercial Barge Line in Indiana, told the Wall Street Journal this week. All right, so hey, if this shut down, then That's it, man. How you gonna get your products and your gasoline, your fuel, and your foods to the shelves? You're not. Let's see. I made my point in that one, and now, like I say, I put all of this in the description box. Let's see. I got another one too. Got another one. All right. This is another article from Fortune. All right. It says American cities are preparing for the worst, embracing for stagflation and a possible economic downturn. Come on, man. All right. And before I read this little bit of this article, let's get this word stagflation. All right. Got it right here. The definition: stagflation.
Stagflation.
All right. Stagflation. It says persistent high inflation combined with high unemployment and stagnant demands in a country's economy. All right, so you about to see everything go up from food costs to high unemployment, but they said that what's that number? They said they got this month. They created new jobs. I did a lesson on it too. It was around about 230 some thousand jobs, but all right, but here's the problem. They about to but as the months go by, they about to get rid of 175,000 jobs. 175,000 jobs is about to be gone in these few months to come. In these next months to come. Come on, man. So how in the world? So how in the hell things are getting better? They're not. They're getting worse. Okay, let's read this. It says, in economics, stagflation or recession inflation is a situation in which the inflation rate is high or increasing. The economy growth rate slows, so the economy is slowing down, and unemployment remains steadily high, and it's gonna go up, man. It presents a dilemma for economic policies since action intends to lower inflation may exacerbate unemployment. So there you go, man. So how things are getting better? Things are not getting any better. Things are going to get worse. All right, let's get some more. What is stagflation in simple words? All right. It says stagflation is a period when slow economic growth and joblessness coincide with rising inflation as oil and gas hit record prices. All right, so there you go. There you go, man. So things are getting worse. They're not getting any better. Okay. All right. Let's read a little bit of this. Let's read a little bit of this. It says, it isn't only Wall Street warning about a recession. Even local government, even local city governments are getting nervous. Ooh, reminds me of a scripture too. I think I got it in here. Hold on, I think I got it in here. Let's see. No, I don't got it, but I'm gonna get it anyway. I thought I had it in there, but nevertheless, let's get it. Let's get straight to the point. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, all right? The people on Wall Street, they're trembling, man, okay? They're getting nervous, all right? Because they know there's a collapse coming, all right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. And that grinding represents work. The work is ceasing, man. All right. Like it tells you in Isaiah chapter 19. Let's show over there and get that. All right. Let's shoot over there and get that. Excuse me. Slocky. Sorry about that. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right. So no more work for Egypt. And like I say, Egypt is spiritually Babylon the Great America. America is spiritually Egypt. Okay, so no more work. The grinding is starting to cease in this place. All right, let's go back to Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. Let's read it again. Let's read this again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the straw men shall bow themselves, and the grinder cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Why? Because they see no future. There's no future in this place. Okay? That American dream is becoming an American nightmare. All right? Now, all you people who believed in that American dream, you finding out that it's becoming a nightmare. All right? Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of music shall be brought low. You seeing that, man? Okay? All right? Now let's go back. There we go. It says economists and major business leaders have been talking about a recession for months now. As inflation remains persistent and the Feds continue to raise interest rates to try to bring it down, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers said recently it is more likely than not the U.S. will be in a recession within the year. While J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon said this week that the U.S. economy will be in a recession 6 to 9 months from now. It might come sooner than that. All right. Companies and CEOs are already preparing for an economic downturn, with many premeditatively considering layoffs. We just read it, man. No work for Egypt. All right. Come on, man. But everything is getting better, right? That's what the mainstream media is projecting. That don't sound like things getting better to me. Let's continue. But recession fears are also starting to play out in local politics, with a growing number of U.S. city governments concerned about their financial and planning out more conservative budgets for the next year ahead. According to a new survey released Wednesday by the National League of Cities and Advocacy Group, and planning their budget for the 2023 fiscal year, only 70% of city level financial officials are optimistic that their local financial needs can be met. According to the survey, it is a steep drop from last year when 90% of city governments felt comfortable about their financials. Hey, it's over with, man. It is over. This place is finished, man. Okay? Where was I? Yeah. As a growing number of cities are concerned that an economic slowdown is set to hit their budget. The looming fears of a recession has forced many cities to downgrade their income and sales taxes revenues forecasts for next year and adopt more conservative budgets. Wow. You see that? Let's read on. Let's read this down here. It says cities prepare for recession. City governments are increasingly factoring the changes of a recession by downgrading their expectations of how much tax revenue they are expecting for the 2022 and 2023 fiscal year, the lifeblood of local budgets. That's because budget comes from tax incomes, and most multiplicities are preparing for steep declines in their revenues from income and sale taxes this year. With a recession threatening to send unemployment up and bring consumer spending down. Yeah, because people ain't gonna have the money for it. And like I say, this is all being done by design. All right, they're trying to crash out this old system so they can bring in the digital system, man, the CBDC, and then eventually the MOTB. All right, it's gonna take place. Okay, so this is all being done by design. Okay, it is a far cry from what cities have been experiencing over the past year. The gradual lifting of pandemic era restrictions combined with significant fin let me read that again. Combined with significant federal stimulus cash flowing through the economy, increased consumer spending and decreased unemployment in 2021. This translates to a strong rebound of cities' revenues source in the form of larger scales and income tax revenue, according to the report. All right. Uh, I'm not gonna read all of this, man. I'm not gonna read all of this, but you see the bit, man. Things ain't getting no better. Things are going to get worse. All right. So let's move on, man. All right, and I'll put all these articles in the description box so you can read them. But you see what's going on, man. Okay? You see what's going on. Things are not going to get any better. Okay? All right? Things are not going to get any better. Let's read this again. Back to 2 Israel chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. All right, hearing this sound, the trumpet that the men of the Lord are blowing, you should be afraid, man. Okay, because this is warnings that we're giving you that things are gonna get worse. Okay, verse 24. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run, no running water. Okay? Verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation at the end of your world. Whose world? Esau Edom's world. Because this kingdom that is ruled by Esau Edom is, hey, it's coming to an end. And it's coming to an end fast. All right? We're almost at the end of this devil's rulership, okay? So, hey, things are about to get much, much worse before they get better, okay? This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Only the elect are going to be saved out of this, man. All right, the whole elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men, women, and children, believers, all right, that are going to be saved from these times ahead, man. Okay, so hey, we're entering into what? Jacob's trouble, man. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And like I say, only the elect are going to be saved out of this. Okay? All right? So we're getting very, very close to the end. We're close. We're there. We ain't there. I mean, it's like we ain't close anymore. We're there, basically. But things are about to ramp up. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is about to turn it up. He's about to turn that pot up, man. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right? Civil war is going to soon eventually break out, man. Okay? All right? Fighting against the governments. All right? Because, hey, no one believes the shit that is coming out of the government's mouth anymore. All right? The mainstream media. All right? So, hey, people are not buying the bullshit anymore. People are fed up, all right? And people want answers, but they're not getting it. And eventually, that's going to turn to, hey, fighting in the streets, man, okay? All right? But hey, the elect is going to be delivered out of all of these things, man. Okay? This is Psalms chapter 33 and verse 19. Let me start at verse 18. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shai is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. All right, who hoping in the Lord Yahweh Shai's mercy? The hopeful elect. Okay, verse 19, to deliver their souls from death and to keep them alive in famine. All right, so the Lord Yahweh Shai says he's going to keep his elect alive in famine, man. Okay, like it tells you in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13 and 14. His servants are going to eat. Okay, all right. While, hey, 2/3 of our people are going to starve. All right. So, hey, the Lord said he's going to take care of his elect, man. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. All right. Yes, we're going to have to go through Jacob's trouble. Yes, we're going to have to, suffer. But at the end of the day, the Lord Yahweh Shai got his elect, man. Okay. This is Psalms 37 and verse 19 and 20. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. They shall consume away. All right, let's get a translation for this. All right, let's get a translation. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Let it refresh. All right. All right. Sloppy. All right. Psalms 37 and verse 19. They will not suffer when times are bad. Who's not gonna suffer when times are bad? The elect. All right. And like I said, we're gonna go through Jacob's trouble, but hey, the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Only the elect is gonna be delivered. Okay. Psalms 37 verse 19 in the Good News Translation. They will not suffer when times are bad. They will have enough in time of famine. You see? So the Lord said his servants are going to eat. Okay? Verse 20. But the wicked will die. You hear that? And this is what we're warning you, man. All right? We're warning you Israelites, man. If you don't repent, you're going to die. Point blank, period, man. All right? But the wicked will die. The enemies of the Lord Yahweh Shai will vanish like wild flowers. They will disappear like smoke. There you go. You can't get no plainer than that. All right. Okay. Let's go back. And as a matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 65 and I'm going to read verse 12 through 14. All right. Isaiah 65, verse 12 through 14. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. That's 2/3 of the Israelites, man. That's following after the ways of Esau, the so-called white man. Okay? Verse 13. Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Verse 14. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Okay? All right. Let's get a translation on that. All right. Isaiah 65. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 12. Isaiah 65, verse 12. It will be your fate to die a violent death, because you did not answer when I called you, or listen when I spoke. You choose to disobey me and do evil. Whoo, that's 2/3, man. Okay? All right? So, hey, 2/3 are going to die that death by pain. Okay? All right? Verse 13. So I tell you that those who worship and obey me will have plenty to eat and drink, but you will be hungry and thirsty. That's plain. All right. Who's the only one that's worshiping and obeying Yahweh Shem Yahushai? The elect. All right. The 144,000 men and the 1/3 hopeful elect men, women, and children, believers. Point blank. Period. Okay. They will be happy, but you will be disgraced. Verse 14. They will sing for joy, but you will cry with a broken heart. Wow. You can't get no clearer than that. All right. Man. Hey. Let's see. Let's go here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish shall send as scourges for amendment. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's what you see, man, growing behind the scenes. All right? And a lot of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not aware of what's going on. All right? Walking blindly to the slaughter. Verse 22, for many that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Well, basically perish means to die anyway. So yeah, you're going to die of famine. And the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth will be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Point blank, period. Let's go get the translation. All right. Verse 18. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. Troubles will come, and many will groan. Famine will come, and many will die. Wars will come, and the world powers will tremble. Disaster will come, and everyone will be terrified. What will people do when these disasters come? What you gonna do, man? Okay? All right, and I'm talking to you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you scatter, of course, you scatter Israelites that are scattered amongst the heathen that look like the heathen. What you gonna do? All right. Verse 19, famine, epidemics, troubles, and sufferings are sent to punish and correct people. You Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. These are why these plagues are being sent. To correct you Israelites. All right, and to punish you, judge you. Okay? Verse 20, but in spite of all this, they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. Verse 21, the time will come when food will be so cheap that people will think that a time of peace and plenty has arrived, but then disaster will spring up everywhere, wars, famine, and great confusion. All right, like it tells you in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay? Verse 22. Many people on earth will starve to death, and those who escape starvation will be killed in war. All right? World War III. Verse 23. Their corpse will be thrown out like garbage, and they will be no more left to come. There will be no one left to comfort the living. The earth will be deserted and its cities demolished. Excuse me. You can't get no plainer than that, man. All right. Let's see. Let's go here. This is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and when I will send to destroy you, I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. And that's what's happening. All right? This is what's happening to America. The Lord Yahweh Shai is increasing that famine. Okay? Verse 17. So will I send upon you the famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee. And I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord Yahweh Shai, has spoken it. All right? So there you go. All right? So I'm in here, man. I done made my point. All right? So Lord, going our praise lesson was edifying and straight to the point. All praises and glorifications goes to Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakadash, that belongs to the elders and the apostles of great millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations goes to the hopeful and let that scatter abroad. See you with another lesson soon, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharanga, Shalom, Wild Bob Ball, about Womp DTA, about Ball. Boom! Shalom till next time. Shalom.